Hello, my name is Marlise Gibson, and this is my introduction video for EDL 854 Building Finance. A little bit about myself. I grew up in McPherson, Kansas. However, I call Manhattan home, and I have for the last 15 years. I got my undergrad from K-State, as well as just finished in December and got my master's in educational leadership. So just have a few more courses before I can apply for my building admin license. My family, my mom is a teacher and she's been teaching for over 30 years. My dad is an electrician, and I have four younger brothers, Brent, who is 27, Brady, who is 25, Bryson, who is 19, and Brennan, who is 16. When I'm not teaching or coaching, I like to hang out with my girlfriend and my friends, really love music and going to concerts, anything sporting events for K-State, the Chiefs, or the Royals. But pretty much I'm a competitive person, so any kind of competition, count me in. I'm really obsessed right now with axe throwing. So there's a picture that we just went over my birthday in January, and I won. A little bit about my professional career. I teach at Sites Elementary, which is at Fort Riley, Kansas. I'm in my 8th year as a 4th grade teacher. I had the opportunity to actually help with opening this school, and it opened in 2012, so I've been there ever since. It's a Title I school, and we range from 600 to 700 students, and that's K through 5. And I'm also a coach at Fort Riley Middle School, and I coach 8th grade girls basketball, and I've done that for 4 years. So getting into the articles that we read, 10 things that I learned. The first thing, decisions are made by legislatures and district level bureaucrats. With this, I think kind of the issue is that these people are removed from students and schools, so it may be difficult for them to make the best choices in choosing how funding will be used. My next bullet from Smith was limiting school level control over budget creates inefficiencies. Giving principals that more flexibility can help them better align spending with the needs of their school and students. Next one, also from Smith, formulas allocate money to districts. I think that was just kind of eye-opening to see that these schools receive money from the state and the districts. However, when the money is given, the allotments are already restricted for specific purposes, and although money is given, they really don't have a choice or the ability to change what that money is for. The next I found important, the decentralized funding system allows me the autonomy to make decisions that are best for my students. That was a quote from a principal in the Houston district that really is showing that having the ability to have control over the budget allows the principals to meet the needs of all students. And then the last thing that I had learned about was the principal empowerment accounts. And I think if districts are able to, go against that status quo, this principal empowerment account will allow for money per pupil, and principals will be able to have full control over what is needed for each student. Continuing on, site or school-based management allows for those who better understand students to make those decisions. So with that, we know the school board must approve and need, however, if they do give control to principals, they need to make sure that they are know what they're responsible for as using the budget. Centrally managed resources allows for that consistency. Currently in our school district, we are buying a new reading curriculum, so I think this is important to allow for consistencies from school to school. Next one, principals take on more business-like roles. If funding is given to schools to make decisions, this would, of course, add to the plate of principals with the already many responsibilities that principals have. This one may not be an area of expertise. Many school leaders struggle with grasping the scope of their responsibilities and liabilities when it comes to accounting and finance. Just me personally, I feel like I lack that financial literacy, and a lot of principals I'm sure do. And then the last one, the 3 common reports, the income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. This was my first time seeing some of these, and it was kind of overwhelming, but I appreciated the definitions and formulas to help me better understand them. So with my school principal, what I have seen and heard, I have seen her talk about Title I funds, our 21st Century program, talking about Booster Club, and general building funds. What I have not seen or heard, I have not really seen spreadsheets or reports as far as our budget we get at our school. I haven't really talked to her or heard her talk about the process for how she goes about making requests to use building funds, and then what is her decision-making process for how she uses that money. Lastly, my concerns. I feel I have a lack of knowledge and experience with financial literacy. How do you go about advocating what is best with limited control or choice over the budget? And then making sure that my budget choices are what is best for all students. And lastly, there are my references. I look forward to learning from all of you. Thank you.